When it comes to the One Piece fandom, there has been some debate whether the One Piece anime movies are canon or not. But recently, by means of an SBS, Oda said,
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Because he directly answers that question whether the One Piece movies are canon or not. And we are also going to talk about Crunchyroll because recently they have said to their community,
You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
Because they removed the ability for persons to make comments on their website. So let's talk about all this drama. Now, the Crunchyroll website would have allowed you in the past to be able to make comments on specific anime episodes, specific anime series, or even news articles on their website. But on July the 8th, 2024, Crunchyroll said we are putting a stop to that. So persons would have been greeted with this very interesting message when it comes to their comments under Crunchyroll support. It says to maintain a safe, respectful, and high-quality environment for our community, we have decided to remove all existing comments and disable the ability to comment on our platforms, including comments on news articles. This change helps us reduce harmful content, prevent misinformation, and improve overall user experience. If you have any further questions or need assistance, please let us know.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
So of course this leads us to the most important question to ask out of all this drama is why? Why all of a sudden this situation has happened? Well, some persons have said due to recent events that is why they pulled the plug on being able to comment. For example, they mentioned that there were some very toxic comments based on a BL anime that recently came out called Twilight Out of Focus, where a user highlighted certain inappropriate comments that were made about the first episode. And then for some strange reason, well, probably justifiable reasons, there were also multiple posts criticizing the translations of a comedy anime that came out called My Dear Friend Nokotan, where some users were noticing that the subtitles were a little bit weird and claimed that they were generated by AI. So I'd love to hear your viewpoints on this very interesting situation. Question: do you view this as Crunchyroll censoring its community, or do you think that this is something that is definitely needed during our time? But hold on, wait, I'm getting something here. I have just been recently told that we have some video footage of a Crunchyroll member having a few words to say about this situation regarding the comments. So let's put up this video and let's see what they have to say.
What will you learn? What will you learn? That your actions have consequences!
Now, as we mentioned at the beginning of this video, we talked about the debate that some One Piece fans have amongst each other about whether the One Piece anime movies are officially canon. And in the recent volume of 109 of the One Piece manga in the SBS section, one particular fan asked about that in particular, about the canonicity of the One Piece movies, and Oda provided a clear-cut answer to that question. But before we get to the answer to that question, we have to talk about those One Piece movies in general, because when it comes to those movies, Oda is usually involved in some way, shape, or form in those particular movies. Most of the time, or you should say all the time, Oda provides character design for all the movies, and he also approves certain scenes when it comes to those particular movies. But when it comes to One Piece Strong World, that was a little bit different, because it fell on the 10-year anniversary of One Piece, and Oda was asked to write the story for One Piece Strong World himself. So you know the story pretty well. In the events of that particular movie, we were introduced to the character of Shiki as the main antagonist. And along with that Strong World movie, we also got One Piece Episode 0, which covered the events of Shiki's return. So I'm sure you may have reached the point of wondering what is the point of mentioning Strong World and all these other points as well. Well, the thing is that due to Oda's heavy involvement in the One Piece Strong World movie, some fans have argued that if it is one particular movie that is canon, it is One Piece Strong World.
This day, to this day, to this day.
So now is the time for us to hear Oda's thoughts on whether the One Piece Strong World as well as the other One Piece movies, whether they are canon or not. So here's the statement or the question. Golden Lion Shiki has finally appeared in the main storyline. So does that mean that the events of the movie Strong World have been officially incorporated into the timeline of the main story? Oda's response is, well, even though I could try and find a way to make most movies canon, if I did, readers will be obligated to watch the movies to get the full story. So I don't like to consider them part of the canon. However, with Strong World, I was the one who came up with the story, and I end up using Shiki, a character I originally intended to be part of the main story, as a character for the movie.
Okay. Okay.
He continues, however, if it wasn't for this being a movie, I would have never had Shiki eat the fuwa no mi, the float fruit. I had a rule in my mind to not include characters that could fly or float freely in the sky. It's a pirate manga after all. So I would have never wanted to use such a power. I let it slide since it was for a movie, but then I still incorporated him in canon, and so the fruit is now canon. LOL. It's a weird case of re-importing stuff back into canon. So basically what we are getting from his statement, because Oda doesn't want persons to watch all the movies and the series in order to get the full story of One Piece, therefore the movies are not canon, and that also includes Strong World as well.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Also keep in mind from his statement as well that the things that are canon when it comes to the Strong World movie, even though he was heavily involved in it, the only thing that is canon in that is the character Shiki as well as his devil fruit. So with the example of Strong World, we get in that movies may not be canon, but certain characters are canon, or even certain events may be considered canon. For example, we have one particular recent One Piece film read with Yuta, spoiler alert, who is the adopted daughter of Shanks. So again, movies may not be canon, but the characters can be canon.
Right.
So, do you agree with what we just talked about, or do you totally 1000% disagree? And of course, I would also love to hear your comments about the Crunchyroll comments being disabled situation as well. But we have another video for you to watch. It's also about One Piece, where the person in charge of which studio is basically saying that there are two situations or issues with Toei Animation One Piece that will be corrected by the One Piece anime remake. But don't forget, in order for you to access that video, you have to click on the subscribe button. So that's it. I'll go on.